All right. Should be live.
And we're live with our new setup. Welcome back to Let's Tech About It with Jay and Jacob.
Oh.
And as you can see,
New setup.
we've got a new setup. So I think it looks pretty nice. We're still working on it.
It's going to be a lot more lights.
It's going to be a lot more lights and maybe some more stuff in the background.
Yeah.
And hopefully our audio quality's increased a little bit.
I think it definitely increased a lot. I think it might be a little quiet still.
We were in a garage before, which means Echo City.
Brick and pavement.
Now we at least have carpet.
And sheetrock.
And chairs.
Yeah.
And a few mattresses.
Yeah.
But we're going to work on some more soundproofing or
Over
acoustic foam
next week.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So hopefully that'll improve as well. We've got some good topics this week, including Instagram influencers.
Oh,
Influencers. Yeah. We've got ads in paid games now. Not only free games have ads, now paid games have ads. We've got
Windows 10 minus 9. Windows 1 is being...
it reminds me of the Xbox One in a way. We've got some hacking, but don't tell YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got Google's anti-hacking stuff on YouTube, which is a new policy they're putting in place. We've got a predictive typing security issue that in the form of a meme that I saw earlier this week.
Okay.
You haven't seen the meme yet, but I'm going to show it to you on stream so we can get your actual reaction.
Real reactions. Okay.
And then, let's see. Oh, yes. Emojis. Can they get you thrown in jail?
Well, they won't be the reason you're in jail.
Well,
but they could convict you.
They may be used as evidence in a case against you. And then we can talk some about YouTube banning hacking tutorial videos.
Okay. Yep. That'll work.
So those are the topics we're going over tonight. Again, I'm Jay with JMart Media. I do programming videos and photography videos and videography videos, at least in the near future. And then this is Jacob.
I'm Jacob. Currently, I'm just doing the Monday night streams, but I'm hoping this week to start possibly Thursday night streams.
Yes, with our new setup comes some setup stuff for him.
Oh, yeah. And it'll be more of a single topic and much more opinionated, not news as we try to do here.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah. I kind of want to talk about the Windows 1 thing because it's the least interesting in my opinion.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if you looked into it at all.
No, I haven't. That's an interesting icon, though.
Microsoft released it up on their Twitter. They were advertising it.
Can we show?
Yep. And so I got the Engadget article here. And there is the Windows 1.0 or 1.0 logo there. And they released this little video here. I should have the tab muted. But it goes through all the Windows logos from the newest to the oldest. So you got the 10, you got that Vista, the XP, the 98, and it keeps on going back. And then Windows 1.
Interesting.
And the thing I find most interesting is right here at the end. That right there, that font. It's a very old Windows styled font.
Huh.
It's not the...
The W almost looks like the Wikipedia W.
Yeah, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Or it actually really does.
Yeah.
But that's all that I really got to say about it. It just looks like they're...
So this is their new logo because it's even on their Instagram page as their logo.
It is?
Yeah.
Now the funny part
Maybe
about
that's Twitter, actually. That's Twitter.
Windows 10 was going to be the last OS.
Really?
That's what they were advertising.
Oh, so they were just going to keep updating it?
Like Mac OS does. Oh. And they were just going to keep releasing the 6-month update or whatever they were doing. So,
as Android does.
Yeah. But yeah, because they've been doing like the 1803, 1809, the 1903, and then the 1909 should roll out this fall.
Okay, so 1903 is 2019.
March. 3. Yeah.
January, interesting. February, I never made that connection until just now.
Yeah. And
wow. Yeah. That kind of reminds me actually of Ubuntu's release system.
Okay.
Which is Linux. But they do the same thing, like 18, and then they release one in the spring and one in the fall.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm curious if once they get 1909, it might be weird to say 2003 since like Microsoft Windows 2003 update or something.
Yeah.
Weird. And then
we throw people off.
But I don't exactly know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Of course. So I'm curious if this will happen after the 1909 update. And they're going to tease this out for another 6 months.
down at the bottom here, it says Windows 1.0 was released in November 1985. What's up with that? Interesting. We'll see where it goes for sure.
But that's pretty much all they've released, that as far as I know.
Gotcha.
Any topic tickle your fancy this week?
I'm
a little interested in the hacking meme thing.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and see that?
I kind of did.
So scroll down to last week's section of the doc, and down at the very bottom, there's a Reddit link. Yeah, I hit it so he wouldn't see it yet, because I wanted to get his reaction on screen. So yeah, open it. Don't really look at it too much.
Can we full screen it?
Yeah. You can full screen the meme.
Okay.
Right, full screen the meme.
Open image into tab.
Oh yes, and we've been using the Brave browser, which we'll maybe talk about a little bit later. Or just click on it. Left click on it. There we go.
Oh,
all right. All right, so here's the meme. Read it over for a second and see what you think.
Long live the revolution. Our next meeting will be at the doc.
You see that?
At midnight.
So here's the deal with predictive typing. Essentially what it does is it crowdsources data. So anyone who's typing, that data gets inserted into some kind of database, and then an algorithm gets sent over that to predict what someone's going to type next. So for example, Google search. If you type in how far is, it might pop up the Earth from the moon. Or how far is it to a city? Or how far is it?
So like the big one is help, I accidentally, and it's built a shelf. Always pops up because the internet did it so many times that if you do help, I accidentally, it says built a shelf.
So it's essentially autocomplete for an entire sentence.
Okay.
But the privacy issue comes in where if you and a group of friends are meeting somewhere and someone types in like some kind of meeting or some kind of private information, maybe it's a business...
So I'm curious,
private business venture or
I'm curious because that would go to whatever service is it. So like when you do it for Gmail, it goes to the Google server and it's Gmail specific. I wonder how much metadata goes with it. So if you start off the sentence and it matches, does it also include it matches because it's also the right geolocation?
Yeah, that's a good question too. I think for Google searches, it certainly does, because if you're typing like how far is it to, it might be another city in your state or a nearby city or something.
Yeah, so like if I'm sitting there in the car on my phone and I type in, where is,
the gas station
or something, or where's I wonder if it's if there's geo metadata.
So this is one of those like subtle privacy issues that can easily pass underneath the radar
that no one knows
one kind of thinks about until it's too late.
Yeah. And
there's a big privacy breach.
Because the one thing I do like about it, though, is in Gmail, I do use the auto replies. Like Gmail auto finishes your sentences, and it's a beautiful thing.
I've done that some, too, because I've been applying to jobs recently, and it says, like, thank you for... And then it's reaching out to me. Or,
tab, and then enter to make a new line. You take two more words and tab, enter.
I'll also do that a lot with text messages. It just says, like, okay, or sure, or that sounds good.
So I have the Galaxy S8, and above the keyboard, I use the Swift keyboard. It does like the 3 most common words.
Okay, yeah.
I don't use the swiping on the Swift keyboard.
Okay.
I
do swipe.
Okay.
Just for one-handedness.
Oh, okay. And I also don't use the words up top. Okay. I still type out all my words.
Gotcha.
I used the swipe, and then when I got the S8, I stopped swiping.
Okay.
Because the phone was 4 times bigger than my old one.
So you had the room to...
Yeah, I had the room to have 2 hands.
Type. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, I only use predictive text really on...
But still, the stuff you're typing is still going into databases, depending on what platform you're on and that kind of thing. But yeah, just kind of subtle privacy issue that could come back to haunt somebody. So I thought that was funny when I saw that meme.
Now you say keeping your data, and that reminds me of something I didn't put in there.
Yeah.
Amazon Alexa will now keep your data with no expiration date, and it will share it too. Now, I don't believe that they specified who they're sharing it with.
Okay. So it could be advertisers. It could be...
It's probably third-party advertising, I would assume.
Yeah.
But so we were talking about how Google saves it all on your Google account.
Uh-huh.
And you can see all the things you talk about from...
Next up, Amazon finally opens up about how much data it's still...
How you see everything from like 4 years ago you're talking about.
Yes.
And now Amazon just kind of like, yeah, we do it too. Makes me...
They'll do it, yeah.
I got Amazon Prime, but I don't got Amazon in the house.
Yeah, Amazon Echo or Alexa or whatever they're called.
Yeah, there's dot buttons.
Yeah.
That's definitely scary to think about that.
Yeah. We've got... You want to talk about the ads in games?
Yeah.
So, a new game, NBA 2K19, which if you're not familiar with the 2K blah 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 videos or series
Games,
of
yeah.
games, they're all basketball, NBA basketball games. And the newest one has commercials, like in-game commercials, but they're real commercials.
And you
Real
can't
ads.
skip them.
Unskippable. And my first question when he told me about this was, is it a free game? And no, it's not.
No, it's not.
You have to pay $60 for the game, and then it still has ads.
So the one really interesting part about this is the ads aren't... It's not like an old disc game where the ads would have dated. It actually connects to the PlayStation Network or the Xbox One, and it will get new ads.
New ads.
So they can change who the advertiser is,
Okay.
which is even arguably worse.
Yes, definitely worse, I would
Because
say.
it would be one thing, because I forgot what video game, but it's like the loading screen, it would be like a mockumentary type ad where it was making fun of a popular ad, like the 1-800 JG Wentworth or some of those numbers everyone knows.
Yeah.
And it would make fun of those ads. But this is like real advertising.
And I guess there's always been advertising in games like that to a certain degree in terms of
like in
billboards on
billboards
the side
in
of the court or on the boards on a hockey game.
Yeah, or like I think WWE, the wrestling games, they had the banners around the ring. I think they did.
But that doesn't blatantly get in your face.
It doesn't pause your game either.
Yeah. So that's...
Because I would even
really
be okay on
questionable.
loading
Do you have audio
screens.
playing somewhere?
I do not. It may be through the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's through the wall.
But yeah, it's just
It's very intrusive.
the game developers seem to be, in my opinion, kind of overstepping their boundaries.
And now this is the same company, EA, that is also...
It is EA, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a surprise mechanic.
Oh, yes.
We talked about that last week, I believe.
Yes, we talked about the loot box surprise mechanic things.
Yeah, now it's just a surprise commercial.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, digging a hole.
Yeah, wow.
They got enough money to sponsor us if they're doing all this. That's too real.
So, yeah, I definitely won't be buying the game. Then again, I wouldn't be buying the game anyway.
I wouldn't be buying it, yeah.
But, yeah, this would be a decent reason to try and kind of boycott that game.
At least
Let
boycott
the,
for
let the
this
devs
year.
know that that's not
Not
going to be
okay.
accepted.
I'm curious if the devs wanted it, though.
It could be the upper level people.
They built the
said,
game and they're like, all right, and we're going to make it an ad there.
Yeah.
But then I'm curious if they go that far, if the devs would program in a hotkey combo. Like the up, down,
Like
up,
a
down, left,
cheat
right,
code,
left, down,
yeah.
A, A, B, B, select,
A
start,
cheat code to skip the...
And it hasn't been found yet.
Yeah.
Because if you were to put in a cheat code, that's where you would put it in.
Yeah. No kidding.
Someone needs to go find it. Start button smashing.
Yeah, if you find it, leave a comment down in the comment section.
Give Jacob a Nephew Tech credit.
Yep.
I told you to find it.
Yeah. Ooh. You want to go back to the setup and talk about the DSLRs and stuff?
Sure. It's kind of interesting behind it too.
So previously, we had been shooting these videos on my DSLR, which was fine, but the downside of that was we had to set up my DSLR every week because I take it home with me in case I need to shoot photos or videos.
And it's your DSLR.
And it's my DSLR, yeah. But now we have his DSLR set up. We couldn't use it before because after 10 minutes, it would shut off. So if you go back to one of our first live streams,
the first live stream you'll see.
every 10 minutes or so, the video shuts off and I hop up and turn it back on. So we couldn't use his camera, so we're using mine. But now, for simplicity's sake, so we don't have to set it up every week.
Yes.
And so he can shoot his own videos here when I'm not here.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait
We've
for
set
that.
his camera up to shoot the videos.
Yeah.
So he had to make some firmware modifications to allow the mirror to stay up long enough to shoot an hour video.
So Nikon states that they do this for sensor burnout.
Yes.
So that you don't wear out your sensor too fast because the light makes heat and the heat on the sensor is bad for your sensor.
And the sensors are very sensitive too to light.
Yeah.
They've got to be to collect the light correctly.
Yeah, and technically I think that is correct. But realistically, it doesn't make a difference if you're not leaving it in direct sunlight or something.
10 minutes isn't going to matter anyway.
Yeah, and 45 minutes to an hour shouldn't matter anyway.
That's
Okay.
my stuff.
So I was talking to one of my tech guys, and he was like, "Oh, there's a law that says that if it's past, I believe, 30 minutes,
Oh, is it a tax reason for
It's a
video
tax-
cameras versus...
video cameras
I've
have
heard about that,
an
actually.
8 to 12%, I believe. That's the wrong article. Tax increase."
Okay.
And so if you keep, if it's 30 minutes or above, you have an extra 5 to 12% tax hike on it.
So a DSLR is actually a photography camera that can shoot video.
But
It's not primarily a video camera.
So they get around taxes.
And okay, so that's why they don't let you record. for
And
a
once he
certain
told
amount
me
of time.
that, and I did a little more research on sensor and light,
Yeah.
I felt okay with hacking the firmware to force the shutter to stay open
Yes.
longer.
Yes. Because now you're not worried about it burning out the sensor.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like an 8-year-old camera, but it's still a $600 8-year-old camera.
Yeah.
It's still good for shooting
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah. And videos. So, yeah. So if you notice any quality difference,
You shouldn't.
you shouldn't. Yeah.
They're both pretty much identical
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah. Ooh. Now, will you be making a video about how to change the firmware?
No,
Why is that?
because YouTube will take it down. I really can't use a community strike right now.
Yeah. So YouTube just came out with a new policy banning hacking tutorial videos. And I haven't read a lot about it. But
So my understanding on this is that they just put it in fine print. You can't do hacking videos.
okay.
As far as I know, they haven't enforced it hard.
Okay. Ah,
It's kind of like a jaywalking thing.
gotcha. So this is reading from the primetalks.com, their article about YouTube banning hacking videos. It says the YouTube banning hacking tutorial videos with a new policy updated its list of what it considers as harmful or dangerous content. So YouTube added instructional hacking and phishing videos to its list of harmful or dangerous content.
Computer phishing, not water
Not
phishing.
actually, yeah. So computer phishing is when you send out an email hoping that, or send out something hoping that
They'll click it and open it.
click it and put in their personal information, and
You're phishing for people.
yeah, phishing for people's data. But Facebook doesn't qualify for some reason.
That's a good one. So yeah, I'm trying to find the spot where it says it.
On their policy,
Yeah.
and then it also lists another couple of things that qualify as harmful or dangerous content. Extremely dangerous challenges, so things that pose a risk of physical injury. Dangerous pranks, instructions to kill or harm, so political stuff, hard drug use, violent events, instructional theft. These things are banned from restricted in the YouTube's policies.
So here we can screen this over.
Yeah.
This is their policies and safety page. So a little bit above, but then down here on community guidelines, no nudity or sexual content, harmful or dangerous content.
Which does it say? What does that say?
Don't post Don't post videos that encourage others to do things that might cause them to get badly hurt, especially kids. Videos that show harmful or dangerous acts may get age restricted or removed depending on their severity.
So I bet if you click that, learn more, it'll probably show you a few examples.
Double check.
Just in case. So it's just a video.
Yeah, so it's just a video. And updated on July 2nd, 2019. So yeah, they do show. There it is.
Instructional hacking. Down there at the very bottom, the last bullet point.
Is it up? There we go.
So it looks like, yeah, they just changed their policy on it. I'm not sure if they've taken down videos yet or will be taking down videos. You just never know with YouTube. But they definitely have added to our policy, to their policy, as you can see there.
But then most of their policy, I would agree with them on most of it.
Yeah.
So it goes to hateful content, violent or graphic content, harassment and cyberbullying, spam, misleading data and scams, threats, copyright, privacy, impersonation, child safety, and then the awkward additional policies for if you don't fit in any of those 30 categories.
So yeah, we'll see what that does. I find hacking interesting. I like learning how things work. And that's one way to learn to protect yourself too, is to understand how to do an attack.
Yeah.
And how to
that's
prevent that attack being done on yourself.
That's really how I got into computers. It was those weird tutorials on the hacking of computers.
Yeah.
Because that's what most interests most kids.
Yeah.
It's not how to upgrade to a solid state drive.
Yeah.
It's
how to hack.
Yeah. But it's funny. I was watching one video that was who was a white hat hacker who hacked for good.
Yeah.
And
hackers.
He was saying that one of the funny things about this is YouTube, not specifically YouTube, Google has a bug bounty program. And bug bounty hunters are usually considered hackers.
So they essentially, what a bug bounty hunter is they look for bugs in software and report them to the devs so they can be fixed.
Most of the time, bugs, though, have some type of opening to get onto the inside of the system.
Yep.
And then that's considered hacking.
Yeah.
Really, I think the loose terminology, we can look it up. Hacking is anything that pertains to doing something that's not intended to be done. It's not intended,
yeah. I think you're right.
Which it's a lot of things.
Yes.
Computer hacking refers to the practice of modifying or altering computer software and hardware to accomplish a goal that is considered to be outside the creator's original objective. So it's a very broad, vague term. I'm curious on if it's going to get held up or if it's there for future problem solving.
Yeah. And liability purposes too.
Yeah. Because before they really weren't too worried about what kids were watching on YouTube because you would think the parents and guardians would be responsible.
Not anymore.
And then past 2 years or so, YouTube's really started cracking down on what underage kids are able to view on YouTube at this point. Just because they're finding out that nobody's watching kids on the internet. We're at that halfway mark.
Yeah.
24 minutes in.
24. We started 2 minutes late tonight, but
oof.
Even though my computer blue screened.
Yeah. Still made it.
Yep, still made it. Oh, this video is sponsored by Jmart Media and mainly Nephew Tech, as it turns out.
Oof. One of us has a website, panels. Though.
You're going to get a website up soon, right?
I got to get or redirect it to my YouTube channel.
That's what you need to do at least, yeah.
At the very least.
Hopefully in the future we'll have little cards pointing out our info, but we didn't transfer them from the old
rig
stream. Actually, I think they're on the dock too, down at the bottom. We can get them from there some other time. Yep, they're down there.
Cool.
Although we have to kind of hack to get them out of Google Docs, I think. Yeah, you can't just open the image, so I'm going to have to...
Really?
Yeah. F12 and go into the HTML and pull out the image. I'm not going to be showing you how to do that.
I'll report you to YouTube.
Yeah, even though I just told you how to do it. But yeah, if you would like to sponsor this stream, hit us up. We've got logo space back here now.
Oh, yeah.
We need to come up with our own logo, actually.
Yeah,
Our
we
own
need to come up
logo
with a
up there.
joint logo.
Yeah.
I need to redo mine because it's terrible, to be honest. I don't like it.
Let's see. I don't even remember which one yours is. You probably don't even have it on your YouTube page, do you?
No, I don't.
He has the orange avatar.
Yep. Orange N for Nephew Tech.
Yep. Anyway.
Oh, one thing that's not on the docs that we could talk about.
Yeah.
Live streaming to Instagram. I watched an 8-minute video on it. It doesn't look J-hard. It looks Jacob hard, though.
Okay.
You have to install a couple little things, but
Okay.
then it's just RTMPS server.
So could we use this tool
I'm thinking
to
we can.
RTMP it over? I haven't actually tried secure with my tool.
Because I'm curious on what type of viewers we would get on Instagram. Because currently we're streaming to YouTube, and Twitch.
Yes, my YouTube channel, his YouTube channel, and his Switch.
And it would be cool to see how much farther.
to see. So I wonder if the video streams in 1x1 or 16:9.
Oh,
what?
it's
'Cause
going
a
to
lot
be
of
a
Instagram
1x1.
stuff is 1x1.
I didn't think about that. I never watched Instagram TV, though. So I have no
Me
idea.
neither, yeah. It could be that they have options for...
Yeah, different ratios.
Yeah. Ooh, 99%, nice.
Jumping down. Okay. Yeah, the new streaming rig is a very fancy computer.
Yes, it has a Xeon in it.
A Xeon E as an elephant.
That's about it.
Yeah,
12 gigs of RAM.
507. It's quad core at 2.27 or 2.26.
2.2 gigahertz.
It's not a fast one, but
Not a fast one.
it runs 3 streams,
Yep.
and we're using, what you say, 61, right at 60% usage.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
And the stream seems to look pretty good. It's really dark, but
It's really dark, and I think the big problem with that is the background
Yeah.
and the lack of...
we're going to be adding some more lights in.
Yeah. Those come in this week.
Yes, hopefully. So yeah, let us know what you think about the new setup.
And if the sounds get better.
Yes.
I think it's a little quiet this week, but I'm not sure.
That's not bad. As long as I'm not just overloading it.
Oh, we have to have something interesting happen. Speaking of
Influencers.
Instagram, yeah. Instagram influencers. Have you ever considered yourself an influencer of any social media type? Internet influencer of any type?
Right now, no.
No? Do you think would you want to be
I hate that term. I hate that term, but I would call myself something different. But I would not be opposed to living that
lifestyle?
Yeah. So, funny story. Totally unrelated to tech, so maybe I shouldn't go into it. But recently I've been doing a lot of rock climbing, and I found a dude on YouTube. His name is Magnus Mitbo. He's a pro rock climber.
Pro rock climber.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
he used to be a pro rock climber, and now he does YouTube. And he actually said exactly what I just said, that he hates the term influencer, but that's really what he does, because he makes his money off YouTube videos. He's a really good climber.
Did you just meet him where you climb?
No, although he actually did come to our city and climb.
Holy
Recently.
cow.
Yeah, but he's a... You want to show these pictures?
Sure.
And he's... How to do this? We got to change over here.
Yeah.
So here's Magnus. He's from Norway. Check out his channel if you're interested in climbing. But anyway, yeah, he said the same thing I said about like the whole social media thing. He doesn't like the term influencer, but he realizes that's kind of what he is. Yeah. Anyway, sidetrack, but
Yeah. So how many people do you have to influence to be considered an influencer?
I don't know. And the term influencer, I think, is different than a teacher. So
Yes.
what I would like to be is more of a teacher, at least with the Jmart Media channel.
Yeah.
I would rather be more of a teacher. And Linus Tech Tips, I would say, kind of is...
Linus Sebastian is an influencer.
I would say probably so. Kind of... Then there's entertainment, too.
Yeah.
So is entertainment different than influencer?
I would consider somebody an influencer who has more than 50% sway on things I buy.
Okay.
So if I'm looking at buying something and then I find that they recommend it, then I'm more likely to buy the product.
Okay.
And I'd consider them an influencer. If I take their
That makes
suggestion
sense.
to that serious of a level.
Rather than their reasoning, just their blanket suggestion, or would you listen to their reasoning and say, he has good reasons? You know what I'm saying?
So I personally would still listen to their reasons.
Yeah.
I have plenty of time on my hands to watch the videos. So I would still listen to their reasons. But if I was going to buy like a new monitor, because this one's a garbage 720p monitor,
Yeah.
and Linus goes, oh, this is a good one on eBay. It's $97. I would quickly look at the specs of the monitor, and if it
Briefly review it
Yeah.
and say,
I'll be like, cool.
yeah.
But then like my mechanic, because I know zero about cars, if he said, oh, you need this, it doesn't matter what it is. He could say cheese grater.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it makes the car work better, let's do it.
Yeah.
And he's the influencer of cars
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But I would say anyone that has enough sway that they said it, and I just bought it.
Because I would say Gamer Nexus is more of a teacher, right?
Yeah,
he goes pretty in depth into
He
his
goes
topics.
very in depth. I really like it.
Lou, I've been watching some more of Lou recently, which
He's more of influence than teacher. But I wouldn't even consider him an influencer.
he's not as teachy.
Yes, he's definitely not as teachy.
Entertainer,
He's an entertainer.
which I guess entertainment and influencer are pretty
Hand in hand.
hand in hand. And then you got Louis Rossman, who is all three of those things. He's a teacher in terms of hardware repair.
Yep.
But he's also a big time influencer
Yeah.
and entertainer too.
But he's
The
very
way he talks.
he's an influencer because
He's
he's
very
active
opinionated.
in what he's doing.
He is actually a legitimate influencer.
Yeah, because he's
Working with his
he's going to the court
yeah,
and the city meetings and such, and actually
trying to get legislative
yeah
issues resolved in terms of right to repair and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he's definitely an influencer and a teacher, but kind of in different ways at different times,
Okay.
I would say.
So we're almost defining the influencer then as people who do things that are off camera. That are also
No, I wouldn't
on
say
camera?
so. I would say a lot of his influence is his opinionated speaking,
Yeah.
where he's speaking about political things, or because he does a lot of that too, right?
Yes. Yeah, he does a lot of political speaking.
Whereas his teaching would be like teaching how to repair a board, which is kind of what he started out as.
Yeah.
Or what you do on your channel would be more teaching.
Yeah, where I just take a laptop, like, all right, we're going to replace the wireless card. And
Yeah.
then I just open up, replace the wireless card, put it back together. No political talk, no opinionated talk.
Yeah.
It's just, here's how you do it.
So I want to keep this channel teacher,
Okay.
and maybe some reviews mixed in. But I would not be opposed to starting more of an influencer channel.
Yeah. I think that's
Like
what I'm going
with
to
my
turn.
hobbies and that kind of thing.
I think that's what Nephew Tech's going to turn into, is more of a, it's going to be more nephew and less tech.
Yeah, yeah,
It's going to be like, oh, here's what this person's interested in.
yes,
But yeah, I definitely want to do my hobbies in it.
yeah.
But this article,
I hate the term influencer though.
I really do. This article, an ice cream truck owner is so angry with the influencer Instagram users that he charges them double. And I say good for him. Of course, there's a lot of backlash, as you would assume.
So here's the reason he started doing this. And I've heard other people speak about this as well. So my article is from, I think it's the one you shared, is from CBC Canada,
Yep.
cbc.ca. And at the very top of the article it says, Joe Nietzsche was asked to serve a 300-person event for exposure. So have you talked about your other company on stream, or do you want to?
No.
Okay. But anyway, the purpose, I guess the kind of reason he got upset was because he wasn't going to be paid for serving ice cream at this event. It was just for exposure for his brand, to get his name out,
Yeah.
to basically free advertising.
Yep.
Except he's
It's not free.
Except he's paying
for
the
it.
ice cream, paying with the
Yeah.
ice cream, yeah,
And his time.
and his
the
time.
Electricity and the truck and all that.
So that's kind of why he got upset about it, and I think he's totally justified in doing that.
Yeah.
I've also heard about hotels having people ask for a free stay to review their hotel, and because they're influencers, they can change their audience's view of.
So I think if you're a real influencer, you don't ask for things. People offer things.
Yeah. That's when you've kind of made it
because
big.
that's really where Lou is with the unbox therapy. He does unboxings, but I think the majority of his unboxings are companies sending him in stuff. He may be asking just to like open arm invitation, like, hey, I'm accepting more stuff for videos, and if I like what I open, it will go live.
The thing is, his reviews, well, they get views.
Yeah.
And they do impact people's perception of it. Whereas like a social media influencer,
I don't follow any of them.
Yeah. No.
No, I can't blame him one bit. I think if they subsided some pay for influencing, it would be different. But he would need to have more than just your ice cream truck there. It would have to be like, oh, you're getting shout outs and every guest is going to make a post about you or something.
Yeah.
Like, it has to have some type of contract to read back.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's justified.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely hate that, hate the term influencer.
I think he got more positive press from that article than he would have going to that party for free.
Yeah. I would almost rather be an entertainer than an influencer.
Very true. I don't know what type of entertainer I would be.
I mean, entertainer could be something like making Lego videos. Lego stop motion videos.
Milkman Part 4!
Yeah. Milkman Part 4 win! Or like Julian Smith's old stuff.
Oh,
you ever watch Julian Smith's Malk or Jellyfish?
He just posted another update video recently saying he's on a new platform.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that. I don't remember the name of the platform, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So
you do have to pay for it.
Yeah. I was watching one of his old videos, and apparently he had just gotten off a big break between shooting videos. The video was posted like 4 years ago, and someone said, I think if you keep posting videos on a regular basis, you might get all your old subscribers back. And it was 4 years ago, and he never started posting videos. His videos were awesome, though.
They were really well produced.
Yeah. I'm sure they took a lot of effort, though. And
yeah, because Ryan Higa, he still makes a lot of videos. And they're really top quality for YouTube. It's really well done.
That's kind of the old YouTube.
It's the old YouTube style.
I definitely miss. Rather than the whole everything is a vlog.
Yeah, now everything's vlogging.
Which is back to the social media influencers. Whereas the entertainers, I really like that.
Yeah.
Or the what were those commercials with the Sasquatch? Jack Link's. You ever see those videos?
No.
Jack Link's Sasquatch videos or something. I'll show them to you later.
Yeah, I'll just open it.
But yeah, look up if you're watching, look up Jack Link's Sasquatch or something, and they'll pop up.
Try to spell the word
Jack
Sasquatch on
Link's Link, I think. It's the like, what's it called? Beef jerky brand. Yeah, Messing with Sasquatch. Look up Messing with Sasquatch.
It's a 10-minute compilation on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos. I think each commercial has its own videos, but they're really entertaining.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Entertainers, cool. Teachers, cool. Influencers.
That's almost all the topics. I'm not sure if we should go over the...
Let's see. The emojis?
Oh, I forgot about the emojis.
And then the other one. This one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do emojis first.
Okay, yeah.
Don't send emojis anymore. They can be misinterpreted or correctly interpreted, and you can end up behind bars. I believe it's the U.S. court system is trying to figure out how to work with emojis and how to deal with them as a photo or as a text and the real meaning behind the emoji, because we don't use the emojis as their intended use majority of the time. One of the good examples I believe on there was if you send a knife emoji to a person, is that a death threat or a threat at all?
Yeah.
Because if there's like firearm emojis, and those could be conceived as real threats because they depict the idea of
Violence.
violence. I
In
guess
a
that's the
way.
right word.
Would sending a gun emoji be the same as saying "I'm going to shoot you"?
That's the good way to put that. Yeah.
Or a knife, "I'm going to stab you."
And trying to figure out how that falls in court
Yeah.
is a good reason I don't want to be that person to decide.
Yeah.
So be careful with the emojis you send.
Yep. And also in the article is kind of how emojis can be rendered in different ways on different platforms.
Yes.
So there's the, I think this is called the Triumph emoji. It's the one with smoke snorting out your nostrils. We can share it in a second. But everyone uses it as like an angry bull is what I think of when I see that emoji.
Yeah.
So that is apparently
this is the same
Triumph
emoji in 8 different variations. Look at those ads. Yeah, so this is the exact same emoji. So if you sent this top left one on one device, it could be perceived as one of these 8 on another device. And having that difference, that great of a difference, can really change the words.
The
words and
meaning
meaning behind
yeah.
it. One of my favorites misread emojis is the praying hands emoji.
Okay.
It's this one here. This is, a lot of people consider this the praying hands emoji. It's actually the high five emoji.
Oh, so that's 2 separate people high-fiving.
It's two people high-fiving.
Oh, interesting. I've always thought that was...
Because
praying
everyone
too.
uses it as praying hands. Yeah. But then if you do the high five...
That's the hand that's just shaking, right?
Oh, it may be. But I mean, this came up as high five also.
Yeah.
Yeah, prayer or high five, users get confused.
And that probably wouldn't become a big issue in court.
That's
what I thought. That one down, right there on the right side. Left. That one.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I guess that could be perceived as praying too.
But yeah, that's my best one I got for the misinterpretation.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, my nephew's in the hospital, and then you have a bunch of not
praying
our generation
high-fiving.
high-fiving in the comments section. You know, and then you got like, oh,
yeah,
it's not what this means. Or that when the LOL's lots of love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd be curious on what happens with this, because I wonder if we're gonna have a small text under each emoji that says what it means.
I think the whole thing is like
Stupid.
just stupid, yeah.
It is kind of stupid.
And then also in the issue, it brings up like, what if they use a winky face after the knife or something? Are they just making a joke, or is it serious, or
if you can get a restraining order because someone's sending you winky faces?
Or actually, another thing I saw was
instead of taking it
a
the
heart.
death route.
Could a heart be
cheating
received as sexual harassment?
That's true.
If your manager sends you a heart, is that
like a thank you heart versus a thank you after work heart?
Yeah.
And I'll finish that sentence.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about murder. It can be about
other things.
Because murder will put you in prison, but sexual harassment will get you fired.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a really weird gray area that I don't know.
Yeah. Then sometimes people have the emojis turned off. So like I usually turn my emojis off when I can, so that I can use the old school emojis with just the colon and bracket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because to me that's more friendly, less creepy.
Yeah.
But then if a friend sends me an emoji, sometimes it just doesn't come through at all. It's just text with no emoji on it. And I'm curious if having a one-way conversation, because they don't know I don't receive the emojis. And when I send them, their phone auto-transfers it into an emoji.
Oh,
so they may be
talking emojis. But...
So they'll be talking to me with emojis, and I'll just be talking to them without any type of emoji attached to it. Huh. And so we could have 2 completely different toned conversations.
Yeah.
and that could definitely get misinterpreted.
And then different cultures have different hand motions too. You could do the one finger, and that's could be bad for one culture.
Yeah.
Or the middle finger, or
like in America, you pat people on the shoulder all the time. If they're standing in front of you, you just pat and you just walk by.
Yeah.
But then you shouldn't touch some people on the shoulder in different countries.
So there's a culture thing in there as well. But yeah, that's an interesting situation, and I'm kind of glad I'm not gonna have to help with that decision.
Yeah, definitely.
And those are our main topics. We'll see if there's any new tech news going on in the tech world.
I think that about does it for me.
Yeah, me too. Oh, that's 50 minutes. Pretty good.
46.
We did start late.
Started late.
Bummer.
Oh.
Only 2 minutes late, though. That's not that bad.
No, not bad at all.
We're working on getting these things split up into smaller segments, too.
Yep, finding a way.
Yep.
It's definitely going to be improving over the next 7 months.
Yes. Which is about how long we've... No, we've been doing this for
4 months?
3.5.
So we started in March, right?
The last week in March.
April 1st.
April 1st, yep.
So all April, May, June, all July, almost all July. So 3.5 months.
Dude, July just started.
It's the second week.
It's
2 out of 4. We're halfway.
Yeah. 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5, yeah.
Oh, good lord. There's 5 this week. Month. We got 5 Mondays this week.
Oh.
It's been one of them work weeks.
Hope you enjoyed the talk. If you have any comments, leave them down below. If you find that cheat code for NBA 2K19,
let us know.
Leave it down in the comment section below. Tag us on Reddit if you can do that. Link to our YouTube channel.
Plus, I don't have a Reddit.
Link to this video.
I'm the only guy who doesn't own a Reddit.
Link to this video if you find out the code and post it on Reddit.
Sweet, yeah.
And join us next week on Let's Tech About It.
We'll talk
where
about
we
things.
tech about tech news.
All right.